they'll always hit you and hurt you. Defend and attack. There's only one way to beat them. Get around the back.
2018 was the rebirth of the limbs.
Owen was 18 and decided I'm going to run past all these lot myself.
No, because if we're going to have to start having the debate about 1966, I don't want to hear about Tottenham not winning trophies.
What's happening, everyone, and welcome to 888 Sport. Today we are going to be ranking our biggest moments for England at World Cups. There have been a fair few. A lot of them are quite painful. Right, let's get into it. Spin in 3, 2, 1. What's your number one there, Addy?
Owen's goal, 98, Argentina. Has to be number one, surely.
Yes.
Surely, I mean, come on.
I've gone...
Some crowd are on the pitch. I like the way you wrote it.
Some of the crowd are on the pitch.
Yeah.
That is the most iconic thing about England, surely.
Yeah, but...
At a World Cup. Some of the crowd are on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now. Like, that is England.
I almost feel like the commentary is more iconic than the actual moment.
No, absolutely.
Right, so...
Absolutely. I mean, the vast majority of people won't know who scored the goal.
Yeah,
but they will all know what it meant, and they will all recognise the goal if they saw it scored.
I love your number 2, World in Motion. I think that's proper.
Yeah, and 3 lines, just songs, World Cup songs. Yeah. Like, I think that it's so synonymous. Like, also, you can make it, you can even bring it up to today. Like, you can talk about Waka Waka Shakira if you want. Like, World Cup songs. Yeah, it's a tune, isn't it?
It's a very valid point. Very valid point.
So, yeah, I've gone, but World in Motion. John Barnes doing a rap.
You got it.
Would you know the whole rap?
No.
Surely you would.
Some of it.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. You know when something plays and you sing it in the shower?
Come on.
One of those ones.
Give me the
You could
16
do.
bars.
He makes the words up.
Yeah, 100%.
Can you do the full 16?
Yeah.
Give me the full 16.
You got to hold and give, but do it at the right time. You can be slow or fast, but
you must get to the line.
They'll always hit you and hurt you. Defend and attack. There's only one way to beat them. Get around the back. So catch me if you can, cause
I'm an England man.
And what you're looking at
is the master plan.
We ain't no hooligans. This ain't no football song. 3 lions on my
shirt.
chest. You know we can't. We're singing for England.
That was very good.
England.
It's so good.
Very good.
You won't get better than
By
that.
the way, that deserves a round of applause.
Yeah.
I thought that was
That's going on TikTok.
On the old TikTok.
You actually done a bit round the back. You actually went round.
Yeah. No, but,
The cadences were on point.
yeah, I mean, you've got to... That's how iconic it is for me. And for that, do you know what? Because I've just wrapped it, surely it has to go in the list. Like, when we come to the end...
It will be in the
It's
list.
got to be in the list. What else? Madge, talk me through Beckham's redemption story.
Beckham's redemption story, of course. Well, you're looking at the...
Eric Dyer?
Hang on back. Whoa. You want to laugh at Eric Dyer's penalty against Colombia 2018?
1 second. What's it, Madge? Number 2, Madge.
Eric Dyer?
Right, let me tell you something.
Madge. So when we enter this room, we take all our club allegiances.
I know,
and we
listen.
leave them. There's no way
I would've
in
just
the
put-
history of
listen.
English football that you
Eric
can have
Dyer's getting a mention here.
No, listen. It's only I would have put Penn against Colombia, the penalty shootout.
Do that then.
Yeah, do that.
Do that. Eric Dyer's not getting a mention in this
He
video.
scored the winner, though, no?
Yeah, he did.
Right? Anyway, you laugh.
I'm still laughing.
Hang about. In knockout competition football with England and penalties, 2018, for us to win that penalty shootout, changed the dynamic of how we
Pickford,
fought.
innit? Pickford deserves
The
a bit of praise.
significance, and everyone who scored, the significance of the penalty shootout, I'll give you.
Yeah, but
I'm not having Eric Dyer.
I just had that because he scored the winner. Let me tell you also something about penalties / 2018. 2018, we fell back in love with England.
Yeah.
I'd fallen out of love with England. I couldn't care less about England. And everyone that was
Right,
like...
Southgate down and said then.
no, because Southgate didn't get me in love with England. It was the penalty shootout.
Dyer.
It was Dyer. No, but what I'm saying is, 2018 was the rebirth of the limbs in the pubs.
I like that.
Before that, you know, the whole even I've got Lampard's goal against Germany. Like, we'd fallen out of love with England.
I agree. I've
as
got
well.
that.
I've got Lampard.
I've got that 5th.
I think from 2002 until 2018, I'd fallen out of love with England the way I loved them pre and the way I do now. So that's why.
It's the Hodgson years, isn't it? Hodgson and McLaren killed us.
Oh.
And well, but even a bit of Sven.
Sven.
Post
Capello,
2002, you laugh at Dyer, but that penalty
Fair.
in 2018
Made a point well.
is so, and especially in the modern era of the England fans.
Yeah.
We've had it before. We spoke to England fans who love Southgate. Most England fans that love Southgate are the younger ones because they go, "I've had the best days out and moments in the pubs and the limbs with this team." So
I like
that's
that.
why it's important.
No.
Like, don't laugh at my boy Dyer. Yeah?
What else have you got on there? Beckham's redemption.
Well, Beckham's
Is that on yours app as well?
Yeah, I've got Beckham.
You love Beckham.
Beckham on here because I absolutely love him.
Yeah, again, imagine having effigies of you being burnt around football stadiums in 1998 to then in 2002 scoring that goal. It was unbelievable. Then like I've got Lampard's goal against Germany, and Gazza's tears.
Gazza's tears is the one that I had to give like an honourable mention to. Paul Gascoigne crying like that.
So
Do you remember
sad,
Gary Lineker going?
Yeah,
"He's
watch him.
Gonna go.
Watch
he's
him.
gonna go."
Yeah.
I agree. That is hugely symbolic for what the World Cup means to me. Ronaldo's wing cabbie, yes.
Oh,
How could
I
you
like
forget
it.
that?
That's a great one, isn't it?
Because even during that competition, we started going far just like, there wasn't the love.
No, there was some moments. I remember in South Africa. Do you remember when Rooney? I think we drew with
it's
America.
a
Rooney
disgrace.
was swearing at the fans.
Yeah.
And all that, yeah. Like there was. You're definitely right. There was a recapturing of the imagination with regard to England in 2018. Definitely.
We've got to talk about Maradona, though, hand of God. I know you've called it hand of cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hand of cheat.
Hand of cheat. I've never heard it referred to that, but yeah, that there. You know what the problem is about that goal? Is you forget about the other goal we scored in the game.
Yeah, it's the best. Yeah, that's one of the best goals in the World Cup.
ridiculous. Yeah, probably the best goal in World Cup history.
And that one can be iconic, but that was just a cheat.
That was just a cheat, wasn't it?
That's just a cheat.
But I just don't have.
Such a big cheat as well.
Such a big cheat.
Yeah, how a guy's
Suarez
5'7"
did.
jumping above Shilton. What is going on, really?
Suarez did.
Yeah, against
That's iconic, man.
who did he do it against?
Ghana.
Ghana. Yeah.
Oh,
Against Ghana, and they
And then
missed
he
the penalty.
and he's celebrating on a touchline.
What a cheat!
he's horrendous, that man,
he's
isn't
horrendous,
he?
isn't he?
But the only reason I didn't have Maradona in there is because it doesn't really evoke any emotion for me because I didn't have no attachment to that competition. So, and I know we look back at it and it was as a moment, but that's why I've not got 66 in there because for me, my own moments, all of these different things evoke emotion to me. And you've got the same with Owen 98. That goal, that moment in time, it's just like...
Number one.
It was such a moment.
You know when we talk about England stars and fingers crossed they sort of erupt in the World Cup. Foden's 23. Do you know what I mean? Owen was 18 and decided I'm going to run past all these lot myself.
Bully Paul Scholes out.
Bully Paul Scholes, don't you dare Scholes. See, Diego Simeone is one of them trying to get him back at him.
No.
Can't get near him.
What are you doing? Can't get near him. Owen at 18 doing that.
The bins on the end of it. Oh.
Mate,
Mate, it's unbelievable.
ridiculous.
Nobody else has got Ronaldinho. And do you know the other thing I've put? It was so connected to a song. Do you remember Oasis had a song out at the time?
Right,
Right? And the second that England went out, you know, when they do the montage at the end. And it was such a weird World Cup because it was like, okay, can't wait to watch the England game, meet you at 7:30 in the morning in the pub. It was such a weird...
Did he mean it?
I think he meant it. And you know, if he didn't, I think that a player of his quality,
do
proven
it.
quality, you've got to give him the benefit.
Yeah, you've
of the
got-
doubt.
yeah.
It's not Danny
Unless
Mills
he
doing it.
says
if Danny
no.
Mills does it, you go, maybe he fluked it.
yeah.
But it weren't Danny Mills. It was
Bit harsh
Ronaldinho.
than Danny, innit?
I think it's generous. I think it's very generous that Danny Mills has got a mention alongside Ronaldinho.
He was in that game.
I tell you
he
what,
was in that game, wasn't
Danny
he?
Mills didn't have a bad competition.
He didn't, mate. Coming in for Gary Neville at right back.
Oh, yeah, I've got Seaman and Ronaldinho on the edges, but it doesn't make it for me.
No, he's made it on
It
the edge.
was a short list.
Platt Belgium, that's a good shout.
Yeah, I think you've
I've
got
got
that
that
in
as
your
well.
top five.
I've got Platt Belgium.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a goal, yeah.
Ridiculous.
Like that
goal. Yeah,
memory.
the ball's coming over him. I'm trying to think of a few stars in that Belgium team
From then?
from then. Now they had a few big names in that team, Belgium. No?
I think until this team, they've not really had any.
No, honestly, Belgium had a few. But that goal, the way it's coming over him, and you only talk about sort of players going over to Italy, everyone forgets.
Yeah.
Play for a couple over there,
Sampdoria.
Bari and Sampdoria.
Yeah.
He went Bari.
Bari,
didn't he?
yeah.
No, I think it's a really good shout. I think it's a really strong shout. I've got Owen in mind. I've got Maradona annoyingly, Ronaldinho, and then I've got the songs and the quote.
Are we going to do a definitive list?
I think it's impossible.
No,
Because
But I will add Gazza tears, and I think Gazza's tears need to be.
Gazza's tears need to be on.
And
I
after your
like
John
yours
Barnes
most.
rendition,
yeah.
John
I like
Barnes-
yours most because I think the Colombia one was actually very important to put on there as well.
Yeah, I think sometimes we get, because it's the most recent memory, we're not lost in as much nostalgia as we are. And again, this is why I think Gareth Southgate does get a bit of a hard rap. All we want as England fans is to have that moment. Oh, semi-final here. We've had a semi-final and a final.
Do you know my problem with putting it on? Effectively, I appreciate that it's symbolic because it was our first ever penalty shootout win. But we beat Colombia in penalties. Like, that shouldn't be on a list of like best
No,
moments.
it shouldn't. But I think
Colombia, you should have beaten them in normal
but-
time.
it's about the sentiment behind it.
And
It is
but the
about
thing is,
sentiment
we
behind
do
it.
not win penalty shootouts. How many have we lost? Like
And the,
Portugal.
and because the previous World Cup had been so awful as well.
Yeah.
That was what was
Yeah,
so-
that exactly.
Yeah.
And you have Portugal losing in the Euros and the World
Has
Cup.
nobody else got some sort of homage to 1966. Like some of the crowd on the pitch is the homage to 66.
No, because if we're going to have to start having the debate about 1966,
And it's
I don't want to
wrong.
hear about Tottenham not winning trophies because I'll start going the double in 61. Like it doesn't mean
you
anything
do
to
that,
me.
in fairness.
I don't. I don't, bro. I talk about my life and lived experience, yeah. But
We talk about 2 League Cups since 1991, man. What do we do? That's what we...
an FA Cup and 2 League Cups, right? Right? No, but on a real, it's like 66, amazing, brilliant. And I went to Wembley, the old Wembley, and I'd done the tour and I saw the crossbar. Maybe you could argue that was the karma with Lampard's going over the line with the whole...
Yeah.
We won the World Cup anyway. We did it with a goal to spare.
Yeah. But I just think with 1966, I'm like...
Okay, so is that coming off?
I don't feel any
Nobody else
connection
does.
to it.
I haven't got no connection to it. Yeah.
Okay, so that's weirdly off. What?
It's not weirdly, it's
That's
just-
weirdly off. I mean, I'm protesting, but I'll go with it. What is number one? What have you all got as number one now?
I've got Owen
Got
goal.
Owen, you've got Owen. We can go Owen.
Owen against Argentina in Saint Etienne.
Frightening.
Yeah.
It's frightening.
I've got songs. I've got World in Motion and 3 Lines as number 2.
I don't mind that.
I quite like it. I think it's a nice sentiment.
Yeah.
I can go with that as the number 2 because I think you need those songs and those things to be in love with the national team.
Maj, they'll be writing yours on this soon.
Okay, so that's staying in number 2. In number 3, I've got Ronaldinho in Korea, Japan.
I'd rather have some positive stuff.
It's funny you say that because I've got a negative as well. I've got penalty shootout, England losing in 90. I've got that. I remember
Chris
it.
Waddle.
Yeah, I remember it.
Chris Waddle.
It was Waddle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
Waddle and
final one
Pierce.
was
And you're
Waddle,
thinking Waddle's, but you're thinking Waddle, those technique, like, he's going to.
Stuart Pearce was the penalty taker for Nottingham Forest at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deadly left foot.
And because it's my first World Cup, I just remember it.
Yeah, no, it's iconic. There's
Yeah.
no two ways about it. It's iconic. What's more iconic?
Okay, should we put, actually, to lump them all together, Gazza's tears, should we put World Cup 1990?
I like your thinking.
Do you know what I mean? Because then we can leave some room there.
I like your thinking, Maj.
That was my first World
That's
Cup I
everything,
remember.
isn't it? That's Platt. That's what.
It lumps it all
a whole
in.
lot in it, yeah.
And that's why there's still, even though we only got to the semi-final, we got knocked out, there's still documentaries about it. Because also, don't forget, going into that tournament, Bobby Robson was being questioned. He was on the...
The Riesler paper from the
That
sack.
tournament had everything when you think about it for England.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Okay. So number 4.
I'd like to protest and put in the whole 2018 World Cup. Shootout, especially because we fell in love back with England then.
It's one of our biggest regrets not getting to a final. I think if we can put it in if you want, but I don't think it's this positive story that you're painting it as. You're very much a glass half full kind of guy, I'm learning here.
No, but I'm just thinking about, again,
as well.
I'm just thinking about, I was in Ibiza when we won that.
That's why. That's why. Got nothing to do with the football.
Yeah.
He's in Ushuaia.
Index.
I was with Ronaldo.
That's what it was.
No, but it's just like that moment when that penalty went in, like the limbs, and then the scenes afterwards, and then when we beat, who did we beat? Sweden, didn't we? We beat in the quarters. It's just like those are moments. They're the moments
Out
you
those
cherish.
monster teams.
Yeah.
No,
but again, we've got France '98 where we only got to the last 16. And we're not going to have 2018 when we get to the semi-final.
We did it with
pride.
We done Owen, didn't we? We done Owen.
Yeah, I know, I hear that, but we got Italia 90, well, equally, we got to a semi-final. And this is the first time...
So you want to put Italian 90 as one, and then basically what? Russia?
You want to do Russia, don't you?
Yeah, like semi-final, our first major semi-final in 18 years or whatever it was. Or 28 years, wasn't it?
Okay, so Russia.
Russia.
Right, and then 5th?
Beckham's redemption. What a story that is.
Beckham was my number 2.
Beck's redemption. You know what?
Beck.
Mad, you've been good today. Beck's redemption.
Bex is in. Okay, that is our...
But before you go, I just want to battle my point again for Russia 2018. I'm like, again, that built...
Maj, we gave you 40,
I know,
Maj.
but I'm
we
just
can't
saying-
give you any higher than
Julius,
40.
If you
like-
don't agree, you're never going to convince us, but
yeah.
for the sake of an
Gave
easy
you
life
40.
and to keep you happy...
Leave it alone, Maj.
Russia doesn't make my top 10.
Yeah, you guys are harsh, man. Get to a semi-final and not good enough.
So
It's
that's...
also one that I was actually alive for and remember.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good when we have
You
something
had
that
the
I
wins.
was...
You got to experience.
So
Yeah, but
that
it's
concludes it. That is our definitive list of England's top 5 iconic moments at a World Cup. Are we about to add to this list? You know, if this World Cup goes as we dream, we could have 5 new moments.
You've wishful thinking.
Agreed. Thank you so much for watching this video. We've loved it. It's been nostalgic and brilliant. Really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please click subscribe. Let us know your iconic moments. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all on the next video. We're out.
Yeah. All right, next week, we have a very, very special show because next week, obviously World Cup fever, we're going to be ranking the 5 best players at Qatar 2022.
There is a lot to choose from.
There's a lot, yeah. It's basically Mbappe, then 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, make sure you tune in. Make sure you leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you on the next one.